Chapter 1 of Olive. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Arielle Lipshaw. Olive by Dinah Maria Craik. Chapter 1. Puir wee lassie, ye hae a waesome welcome to a waesome world. Such was the first greeting ever received by my heroine, Olive Rothsay. However, she would be then entitled neither a heroine nor even Olive Rothsay, being a small, nameless concretion of humanity, in colour and consistency strongly resembling the red earth whence was taken the father of all nations. No foreshadowing of the coming life brightened her purple, pinched-up, withered face, which, as in all newborn children, bore such a ridiculous likeness to extreme old age. No tone of the all-expressive human voice thrilled through the unconscious wail that was her first utterance, and in her wide-open, meaningless eyes had never dawned the beautiful human soul. There she lay, as you and I, reader, with all our compeers, lay once, a helpless lump of breathing flesh, faintly stirred by animal life, and scarce at all by that inner life which we call spirit. And if we thus look back, half in compassion, half in humiliation, at our infantile likeness, may it not be that in the world to come, some who in this world bore an outward image poor, mean, and degraded, will cast a glance of equal pity on their well-remembered olden selves, now transfigured into beautiful immortality. I seem to be wandering from my Olive Rothsay, but time will show the contrary. Poor little spirit, newly come to earth, who knows whether that waesome welcome may not be a prophecy? The old nurse seemed almost to dread this, even while she uttered it, for with superstition from which not an auld wife in Scotland is altogether free, she changed the dolorous croon into a "Gude guide us," and pressing the babe to her aged breast, bestowed a hearty blessing upon her nursling of the second generation, the child of him who was at once her master and her foster son. "An' wae's me that he's sae far away, and canna do it himsel'. My bonny bairn, ye're come into the world without a father's blessing." Perhaps the good soul's clasp was the tenderer, and her warm heart throbbed the warmer to the new-born child, for a passing remembrance of her own two fatherless babes, who now slept, as close together as when, twin laddies, they had nestled in one mother's bosom, slept beneath the wide Atlantic which marks the sea-boy's grave. Nevertheless, the memory was now grown so dim with years that it vanished the moment the infant waked and began to cry. Rocking to and fro, the nurse tuned her cracked voice to a long-forgotten lullaby, something about a boatie. It was stopped by a hand on her shoulder, followed by the approximation of a face which, in its bland gravity, bore M.D. on every line. "Well, my good— excuse me, but I forget your name." "Elspeth, or mair commonly Elspie Murray. And no an ill name, doctor. The Murrays o' Perth were—" No doubt, Mrs. Elsappy." "Elspie, sir! How dare ye ca' me out o' my name, wi' your uncivil English tongue?" "Well, then, Elspie, or what the deuce you like," said the doctor, vexed out of his proprieties. But his rosy face became rosier when he met the horrified and sternly reproachful stare of Elspie's keen blue eyes as she turned round. A whole volume of sermons expressed in her "Eh, sir?" Then she added, quietly, "I'll thank ye no to speak ill words in the ears of this puir innocent new-born wean. It's no canny." "Humph! I suppose I must beg pardon again. I shall never get out what I wanted to say, which is that you must be quiet, my good dame, and you must keep Mrs. Rothsay quiet. She is a delicate young creature, you know, and must have every possible comfort that she needs." The doctor glanced round the room as though there was scarce enough comfort for his notions of worldly necessity. Yet, though not luxurious, the antechamber and the room half revealed beyond it seemed to furnish all that could be needed by an individual of moderate fortune and desires, and an eye more romantic and poetic than that of the worthy medico might have found ample atonement for the want of rich furniture within in the magnificent view without. The windows looked down on a lovely champaign, through which the many winding Forth span its silver network, until, vanishing in the distance, a white sparkle here and there only showed whither the river wandered. In the distance the blue mountains rose like clouds, marking the horizon. The foreground of this landscape was formed by the hill, castle-crowned, than which there is—
Sample complete. Ready to continue?